different types of brush shapes. Round, bright, filbert, fan. You might know this from Bob Ross, Happy Little Trees. Mop, flat, Let's discuss anatomy. Not that kind of anatomy. We're going to talk about the anatomy of a brush. Might sound simple, but most brushes have hair. It's different types of hair that is used for brushes. Different types of hair are good for different types of paint and different types of mark making. Then we have a handle, something to hold on to. But what most people don't know is that the hair in your brush, when it meets the metal point, it doesn't just stop right here. The hair of your brush usually goes all the way down this metal point called the ferrule, down to the crimp. The crimp is what holds the hair to the brush, but also connects it to your handle. So if you, like me, sometimes get brushes that start off with this nice tip and belly, but then suddenly, over time, start going blah, kind of like this, that might mean that when you're washing your brushes, you're pushing paint down into the hairs that you can't see. That's another example of bad washing. Let's start with the brush head. You're going to need your string and your cardboard. So remember how the brush hairs are actually oftentimes 2 to 3 times longer than what you're actually painting with. Similarly, you're going to want a piece of cardboard that's longer than the length of the brush that you want to make. So you're going to start by just wrapping your string around your cardboard. It can be helpful actually to tape down the end so that you can just concentrate on wrapping. So now that you've got a nice accumulation, it's time to set this brush free. You're gonna want to cut your string off, but then you're also going to want to cut the edges, and then what we're going to wind up doing is folding these hairs in half. Now that you have your brush hairs you might need to trim a couple of the edges. That's okay. It's always easy to take off. And you're going to want to take your stick, your handle, and you're going to want to place it as in the middle as you can, and then start to work the hairs around the edge until you can't see it. You can still see your stick. That might mean you need a couple more hairs, which is okay. Now you want your tape. I like to use the masking tape first, and then grab some electrical tape for the base down here for the crimp. Electrical tape is a little bit more stretchy, a little bit more sticky, a little bit more adaptive, whereas masking tape, I mean, it's masking tape. It's good for everything. Now I've got a brush. If you need to trim your edges again, as you can see, things moved around a lot when we were taping. It's alright. Just like a haircut, pull straight and cut across. Should we try our brush? So you're going to need either a jar of ink or some watered down paint. You can also use food dye. You can even empty a Bic pen and water down that ink. And you're also going to need a glass of water. That's with just a little bit of ink. Let's add some more ink and see what happens. What a good brush! Don't forget to clean your brush